story that I have for Mom goes way back to when we were kids, and on Easter we would do an Easter egg hunt. So everybody would take turns. We made the hard boiled, we made the eggs and dyed them. And then everybody would take a turn hiding the eggs, and then everybody else would have to fight. So here comes Mom. She went last. So she hid her eggs, and we could not find the last egg. We tore the house down, upstairs, downstairs, everywhere, looking for that one egg. Under the bed, everything. And then, come to find out, she had eaten the egg. So that was always so funny to me. How did she do that? How would she think to treat us like that? So that's my funny story.
I got a question. So how did y'all find out she had eaten the egg?
She broke up, she started laughing, and then she told us what had happened. So, yeah, that Mom, you're a funny one. She's so tiny, but just scared, just didn't want to disappoint her. She has very strong disciplinarian, and like everybody said, Daddy would just laugh about everything. But Mom would give you that look, even in church or wherever, at the mall, everywhere, just like, oh no, no, no. And you know what, about 5 years ago, she told me to quit my job. She's like, well, who's gonna take care of me? You gotta quit working so you can take care of me. And you know what I did? I quit working, and she's been living with us since August, September. So yeah, we're taking care of her. So we did it, Mom. We're making you proud. All righty. Anybody else?
Here, one thing. An example of how of a disciplinarian she was. I didn't do a lot to get in trouble, but I did a couple little things. And so one time, I was probably about 5 or 6 years old.
Wow.
We were on Bessie. I took some gum and I put it on this wall, and my father saw it. He kind of laughed it off. He said, okay. My mother saw, my daddy said, no, you can't have any fiestas. Y'all know I love chips. I couldn't have any corn chips. That was my punishment.
For a week.
Yeah. Mama saw it, and I got a whooping. So she didn't play.
Well, I guess I met Team, 100 years ago? Our husbands were good friends. And I didn't go to school here, but they did, and I met her on Terry. So that will tell you how long I've known her. And we traveled together, and we just had a good time. I've offered to take her today. I told her we were going. Today I came to pick her up. Said Gertie and we were ready to go. We were casino partners. We did that regularly. And like that person said, she took the nap. She didn't care what we were doing. It's nap time. So that was it. So I love my friend. I love her.
Same house of parents, and I've been knowing Tina all my life, of course. But the things I do remember about when we used to have fun and have parties over on Lee, when they lived on Lee, then they moved over there off of Jerry, and then they moved out there by Vail. She's always had good food. She's always had something for all of the kids to have for Christmases and all the holidays. And I love her dearly.
Go ahead.
My name is Gerald Buffer, and as far as relationship, I thought that Teen and my mother were cousins. I'm not positively sure, but I don't know no really funny story or anything. Only thing I know is 60 years ago, when I was a kid, me and my brother, a lot of times we would like to spend the night over Teen and Bill's house. My cousin, I didn't ask about him, did he?
They're coming. They're
He's
gone.
coming. Yeah, me and my brother would want to spend the night over there. And most time, my mother, Elizabeth, would say, nah, y'all, every time y'all see Teen, you want to,
Real loud.
And all I remember is Teen said, Liz, just leave
No, I'm
him. They
loud.
call him Liz. Liz, just leave the boys alone. Let them just come on over. Give them some extra clothes, let them come over and spend the night. And that's what I remember about
Teen through Pat. I met her cousin Pat first, and she introduced me to Teen. And we became fast buddies after that, planning trips. I think the most fun we had together was in Hawaii. Harold and I, Bill and Teen. So that was a really good memory that I have with Teen. Thank you.
Miss Carolyn Buffer Buchanan. And I want to piggyback off of my brother and my sister. My favorite moments is that all the holidays as well, especially Christmas, we all of us got together and all the kids running around enjoying themselves. So the parents playing cards, they weren't paying us no attention, so we had extra fun. But yes, I remember those moments.
So, my grandma Teen is so beautiful, and sometimes I give her a kiss, and I will never unlove her. I will love her forever.
I met her 30 years ago, and I can remember meeting her, and she didn't say much, and we developed a great relationship. And she would talk to me, but I'll never will forget this one conversation we had. It was before Christmas, and my plan was to propose to Stephanie on Christmas. So she had come over, she sat down, she said, so are you gonna propose on her birthday? I said, no, I'm doing it on Christmas. She said, well, she's gonna expect it on her birthday. And I said, well, that was not my plan. And she says, well, I think you better do it on her birthday. And I said, okay. I'll do it before then. So I think a couple days later, Steph came home and my proposal was, you ruined it, here's your ring, let's get married. But ever since that day, every time she told me something, I listened to it.
I'm Paula. This is gonna sound weird, but I fell in love with Mama Teen when Stephanie and Perry got married, and I met her, and she was the example of a black, successful, professional woman, and she's always been a mentor to me. But her soft voice and her kind words, and she meant what she said, but she always had good things to say to me. I remember. Was her dog's name Prince, the black dog? Yeah, I remember being over her apartment after she moved out of the house, and Prince was doing something, and boy, she got on him good. She loved him dearly, but she got on Prince good. I said, Mama Teen is nice, but Mama Teen she doesn't play. But I love her, and I always have looked up to her as a mentor, and happy birthday, Mama Teen.
Okay, I'm Andrea Flynn, and also known as Candy to a lot of people in this room. I got to know Teen through my good friend Valerie, and what stands out to me that I remember when Teen turned 80, I wrote a poem for her. Don't ask me what it is now, because I have forgotten. I still have it, so I could read it if I had it with me, but I don't. But I remember reading that poem on her birthday, and she seemed to really like it, so I'm pleased with that. So, but thinking back then, wow, she's turning 80, and look at where we are now, 92. So praise the Lord. Let's just give the Lord some praise for Teen. Hallelujah, 92. And all of her friends too. You guys, we can't wait to grow up and do what you guys are doing. But I'm already ahead of you guys because I take naps all the time. Am I right, sis? Am I
right?
She takes naps all the time. I don't have the memories of teen like my sister does, but the times that I did meet her, she always was very outspoken and always said what was on her mind. So happy birthday, teen.
Hi, Teen. I'm Tammy. Teen is my mom's first cousin. She's more like an aunt than a cousin. But I love you very much. And I remember so many holiday dinners and barbecues, running around. You say, stop. You all had enough to eat. Just stop. Go outside. But it is so good to see you and be with you. I wish my mom was here. My mom is gone though now. She loves her Teen. So happy birthday to you. And we love you. God bless you.
Anybody else? Here come her. Tammy, right? Sorry.
Hey, everybody. Two things I remember the most, I think, was one was the barbecues on Bessie. We used to have a ball over there every holiday. I don't remember which holiday it was, but we'd have a ball. And like Jimmy said, that look Teen had, I remember when Daddy would get out of line, Uncle Bill would just laugh and wouldn't say nothing, and Teen would give him that look, and he'd shut up and turn around and go about his business. She gave him that look, he acted like he was scared of her.
All right, I'm Jimmy. I'm Mrs. Hennigan's son. You had your turn. All right. I've been knowing Miss Campbell. I don't know no other. I'm 6, and that's all I know is Miss Campbell and my mama. You know, she was like the second mom. And I couldn't, if I wanted to go somewhere or something, if my mama said no, then that's who I could ask if my mother wasn't around. You know, and that's it. She was the only person. Not no aunties, none of them. They didn't count. Miss Campbell counted. They was besties, you know. And that's all I knew. If that mama knew I could go out of town and I didn't want to go, I might have had a little girlfriend or something, then I was allowed to stay with Miss Campbell. Miss Campbell was the only person who could look at me and put me in order. Okay? She look over them glasses, I mess with Valerie or something, and I know I'm playing with her a little too much. She just look at me, and I fall in line. Mr. Campbell, he laughed everything off, you know, but not her. She was always like that right up shoulder, that if this one here wasn't there on that left, you know, so I love you and I thank you, you know. Because every year we moved, we always could walk to each other's house. Ever since I ever knew. So, I love you and happy birthday, baby. Yeah.
I guess one of the funniest stories, every Christmas, Mom loved to just buy gifts and everything. But she would buy a little gift and put it inside of a bigger box. Put that inside of a bigger box. Put that inside of a bigger box. And then sometimes she would also just write a note and say, you know, maybe inside of a box it might be directions of go take 10 paces this way and another 5 paces this way. So she was the queen of gift giving and just doing something different.
My mother-in-law, and Val and I haven't been married that long, but the quality of time, you know. I remember Prince, you know, and I remember I just didn't get to meet Pop Campbell. He was already, you know, expired. Well, Mom always treated, but you all know how she treats everybody, you know, and that touched my heart, and I love her dearly. And I would try to help her do things, but as she started getting older, and she would, and I said, Mom, let me help you with that. She said, no, I can do it right now, but there's gonna come a day, and I will ask you. She didn't have to ask, y'all. She didn't have to ask. I just told Val, she'll call me, I'll follow the lead, and if this is, you know, what we want to do, we can do it. We can do it. Love you, Mom. Thanks.